starting a feminist design think tank. I'm Isabel Prochner, Assistant Professor of Industrial and Interaction Design at Syracuse University in the USA. My research and practice focus on socially and community-oriented industrial design. This includes an emphasis on critical and feminist work, as well as regional design practice and professional communities. I want to start a feminist design think tank that will address wicked socioeconomic problems through feminist technology. This proposed think tank will have similarities to cooperatives and initiatives like Matrix, Dyke Action Machine, Fem Power Tech, and feminist hackerspaces and makerspaces. It will offer a contemporary space and community for feminist design work positioned between design practice and design research. The work in the think tank will align with initiatives like critical design and design activism, while working hard to avoid the inaccessibility of some critical design and paternalistic approaches seen in some social justice by design work like Design for the Other 90%. The think tank will engage in applied design and research through design projects on topics of interest to members, where members will work from their own feminist perspectives. In planning the think tank and with every project, the group will engage in self-reflection about positionality and privilege, work to avoid the role of executor of transformation and design, and be reflective about culture, relationships, risk, precarity, and impact. The think tank is a reaction against problematic foundations and norms in industrial design, my professional and academic background. This includes the presumed neutrality of design, while at the same time excluding many voices, forms of knowledge, and aesthetics, including the female and feminine, understood in their broadest and intersectional forms. The think tank is also a reaction to the emphasis in industrial design, at least, on growth, high resource use, and overconsumption, and related inequities, exclusions, and exploitations. The feminist design think tank promises to help create a counter-narrative and highlight new possibilities in design, breaking from patterns of inequity, exclusion, and exploitation, and supporting different value through design practice and outputs. The work will be rooted in an alternative economy, including projects based at universities, and projects rooted in alternative organizations, businesses, and ways of working. My design research explores how feminist perspectives can intersect with and inform industrial design, and this was sort of the background and inspiration for this think tank. So broadly speaking, feminist perspectives identify systemic problems in industrial design based on the presence of power and masculinity, unequal power dynamics between people, and negative situations facing women. In turn, they encourage grassroots changes in the field that rely on actor interventions, drawing on women's perspectives and/or feminist perspectives. Through a literature analysis and the conduct and analysis of feminist-driven design projects, in my research, I found that feminist perspectives in industrial design often support emphasizing human life and flourishing over output and growth, choosing an empowering workspace, engaging in non-hierarchical interdisciplinary and collaborative work, creating thoughtful products for female users, addressing user needs at multiple levels, including support for pleasure, fun, and happiness, following best practices in labor, international production, and trade, creating good jobs through production, execution, and sale of the design solution, among many other things. In addition to countering problematic foundations and norms in design, the work in this think tank will have value in its own right, supporting social sustainability through a focus on women, user needs, health, diversity, quality of life, etc., and economic sustainability through an emphasis on accountability and transparency in work, and through fair labor and job creation. The Feminist Design Think Tank will be a space to bring together design and research projects where designer members could collaborate on the project or work on their own. Personally, I'm interested in wicked problems related to local health, social services, and employment. I'm also inspired by a past social entrepreneurship collaboration I was involved with, where we explored how design can help financially sustain a nonprofit organization. But I'd like this to be a broad collaboration, with members from different design fields and working in different countries and contexts, all taking part in this think tank. I'd like to hope that there are many different projects happening in the think tank. I imagine this developing into a design and design research network, taking on grants and contracts, sharing work with each other and at conferences and in publications. But this is just the start of an idea, and planning the think tank itself should be a collaborative effort. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on this idea. If you have any suggestions based on your expertise in pluriversal design, and if you're interested in taking part, you can email me at the address here to talk further.